I got other stuff to do. But this was probably the best episode of Love and Hip Hop that I've seen since the first season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So I actually took notes this time. I ain't just gonna like try to bounce through and stuff. I did not get I didn't really get to hear the story about Nikki's brother who passed away, and I'm kind of glad I didn't because I don't really like thinking about that. So I am gonna skip that part. I did see the part with her talking to her mom about how she was uncomfortable with the house and how she was trying to be the try to like take on the family business or something like that. Like she's the strongest person in the family and stuff like that. So that's all I can really say about that. Is that's what's going on with Nikki right now. But the part that I did come in on was with Moniece, Nia, and Masika were talking about them being a new moms club and how Moniece was saying that what she was talking about the situation with Brandy and her and the Becky situation and how she pretty much don't care to hear anything else about Brandy until she's dead, which I thought was very insensitive. Because this whole time I was kind of like liking the character Moniece was playing because she was always unbothered after she started to mess with him. But all of a sudden now I mean, it's just that's a little bit too far for me to be saying you want somebody to be dead because if she was to drop dead, then you'd be looking real silly, and I don't like that. I don't like wishing death on nobody. So anyway, Masika was actually at her listening party. She was doing a song called called Black Cinderella because at the time I guess she felt like at midnight, uh, Fetty Wap was leaving or Willie or whatever she want to call him, like he was leaving. Um, every time they did it at midnight or something. I don't know, but she said they're in a good place right now, and so that storyline is so boring to me. Like, yeah, to me, it takes away from the show. I think it's because he's a real artist that they want to push that storyline so hard, but I'm just really not interested. But I'll get back to that later. It gets to the Princess and Jason Lee segment where Jason Lee lets Princess know. Well, Princess tried to tell him about the Moniece thing where she told a story about the Becky with Brandy and Princess there, and Princess tried to run up on the stage, and of course she got stopped again. So Jason Lee was pretty much like he already knew about it in his confessional, but he told her that he had a sex tape and at least he knew where to get a sex tape about with Moniece in it, and once Princess said that it was for Brandy, he was pretty much like I don't really know, I don't dislike Brandy, but I just don't mess with Brandy like that. So the next thing is Lyrica Junior and Lyrica Senior. They were sitting down eating, having lunch, and I think Lyrica Senior told Lyrica Junior, he's so animated. Lyrica Senior told Lyrica Junior that she didn't like the wig she had on, and I was just thinking like, why? Like, first off, Lyrica Senior wig has not been right yet this season, but I just wish she would go tell everybody in the cast that like the wigs this season just not right for some reason. I don't really get it because I just thought Hollywood was the place where they, shoot all these movies and stuff. And so I just figured that the wig game would be on point because they have so many, makeup artists and all that good stuff. I can't figure out the wig situation this season. Like you can tell the lines they draw on with the concealer and stuff. Like they're not even matching the skin tone or nothing. So it's even Nikki baby's wigs. Like even basketball wise wigs are terrible. What's that look? The Angel Brinks. She has the worst wigs, and like it's out of her and Lyrica Senior. They wigs are really really bad. And A1's mom, but I think that's like a quick weave. It's whew. All right. So anyway, um, Lyrica Senior was trying to tell Lyrica Junior about A1 when she came over, and Lyrica Junior, I'm pretty sure she got a diluted version of the story where A1 was telling her that pretty much your mom just came in here, disrespected us, broke the picture, which I don't know why they keep saying she broke the picture. She broke the picture frame, which is the glass in the picture frame. I don't think she actually broke the picture because the picture is a piece of paper. She would have to rip the paper, rip the picture in order to break the picture. But I understood what they were saying. It's just that I don't think she really got the full, part of that story, because pretty much Lyrica Senior was like, "Did you think of?" Well, Lyrica Junior said, "Did you think about me when you broke the picture, and how it would make me feel?" And Lyrica Senior was like, "No, did you think about me when you broke my heart?" And so I was really just thinking, like, I get Lyrica Senior, like, this is her only living child. The other, Lyrica's goodness, Lyrica's Junior's twin sister died, and they've been so close for so long, and it's hard to give up that your best friend to a guy that can't even, you don't even like that much. It probably would have been much easier had they had like a mother son relationship, because they had they bonded closely or whatever. I mean, that's how my husband are, like, he calls her mom, which I have to roll my eyes at. But I mean, I jokingly roll my eyes about it because he has his own mom and stuff. But I mean, they have that relationship where they cool like that. And I mean, I think that's the kind of relationship that Lyrica Senior was hoping that the man that Lyrica Junior married would have with her, just because they're so close. And so I get how she's, I don't think that Lyrica Senior sees herself getting married anytime soon. So she is probably living vicariously through Lyrica Junior. But it seems like Lyrica Junior is close with her mom like that, to where she would want her at the wedding. And when was talking to her at that Kill Bill chapel with no witnesses, I just felt like he was really talking her in, like he was manipulating her into doing it, because I just felt like she really didn't really want to do it. So that's just my thoughts on it. But at the same time, the what was that they had at the house? The thing they had at the house, the reception, house party, whatever it was. I mean, I could tell that she was acting, because she was dang near smiling when she threw the glass. So I knew that she was acting because VH1 told her to act like that. I don't think she would act like that in any other scenario. I think she probably would have just left and just been like, let me, I'm pissed off, let me be to myself or whatever. So that's that. So she pretty much said, Lyrica Senior pretty much said she'll accept everything if Lyrica Junior gets her lipo. And she was, what she was really saying was, it's not gonna um, change anything, but it will help me, cope with it or whatever. Because I guess in her mind, if she gets smaller around the waist area, since she hikes 5 days a week, that she'll get her own man, and she can stop worrying about Lyrica and her man. And I'm guessing that's what she was, that's really what she's thinking of going for. And Lyrica was pretty much like, well, Lyrica Junior was pretty much like, you promise you'll never bring up this, this elopement, us eloping again. And she said, and Lyrica Senior said, yeah. So that was that. But I did notice, I don't know, did y'all notice that Lyrica Senior in her confessional looks like Countess Vaughn mixed with like a gremlin? Like, and I'm not trying to be funny and talk about the girl mom, because I mean, she has like a cute, it's a cute, like was it Gizmo? What was the regular gremlin, the pet gremlin? I think it was Gizmo. I ain't seen it in so long, but she looked like a mixture of Countess Vaughn and that gremlin, the cutest little gremlin. And so I just thought that was so cute. But I think because of her plastic surgery, it just kind of just, I don't know, it just messed up some of the good features that she had. So it just turned her into more of a cartoon than, a woman. So that's just what I saw in her confessional. Look, maybe it was the makeup. It could have been that. So anyway, it gets to the scene with Fetty Wap and his friend, either Ike or Icky, because it was Ikey, and I don't know how you pronounce that. But I did notice that Fetty Wap had some real yellow teeth. Like, there is no way. I was like going back and forth and listening to the sides of the stories between Fetty Wap and Masika. I was leaning towards Masika's side, because I'm like, okay, she just said she wants a father for her child and all this stuff I really don't care about. But at the same time, if I was a single mom, I would probably care. But since I'm not, I'm trying to like see it for her. Like, I'm seeing how hard it is to raise this 1 year old with a husband. So I can only imagine how it was to, have that newborn with no help, which it seemed like she had no help, but I'm pretty sure she had people watching the baby all the time. So when I started looking at Fetty Wap, and it had something to do with his eye, his teeth, like he looked like he kind of not dirty, but he just looked like he has poor hygiene. Ain't no way she was just in love with this man. And that's like they had this love child together and they was, dating. I'm not seeing that no more. Because Masika is a nice looking girl and she can actually get with a nice looking guy. She went for a rapper because she knew he had money, and she's saying like she's not getting child support from him, which I believe. But I do believe that it's not court ordered child support. I believe he's paying her what he feels like he needs to pay her in order for her not to, put him on child support or whatever. I think that's really what it is. But or it came to the point where everybody called her a gold digger, to the point where she was like, well, I'm proving to them I'm not a gold digger, so I'm not gonna get no child support from him. It's one of the two. I just can't see nobody wanting to be with Fetty Wap. I just don't. Not with those teeth. That would gross me all the way out. A man with bad hygiene is a no go. That's just bad. You know how many teeth, how many brushing sessions you got to miss for your teeth to turn that yellow? Like, that was bad. Like, they kept showing his friend. His friend had nice white teeth, and they kept showing him, and it was just like butter. So I'm just like, I now believe Fetty Wap in everything he say at this point about her pretty much wanting the money. And then his friend even said like, yeah, it was a 3-day weekend pretty much where y'all, made the baby. So, uh, I mean, for him to say he been around the whole pregnancy and he been with Masika all this time, the friend, and him to say, yeah, it was a 3-day weekend, and I'm gonna have to believe the friend. At least I feel like maybe he's like neutral in this situation. So that's my take on it. I don't really care about nothing else with Fetty Wap or Masika, but I mean, it is another scene with Masika and Moniece talking, so I might get to that. So the last part of that was when Fetty Wap said that him and Masika don't see eye to eye. I think he knew that was gonna be funny. That's why he left that in there. But I mean, I could see. I guess he kind of funny a little bit. I could see how she could follow his personality, but still, them teeth though. Like he ain't beating Max now. Max Grill is that's a totally different story. There's no way you can get down. You can't even floss in Max teeth. You can floss Fetty Wap. You can probably scrub those layers off, but Max teeth gonna take like a anyway. So we get to Nikki and her mom, and she's talking about the brother and all that good stuff. I already said I wasn't gonna really hit that, but then we get to the Brandy and the Princess part where Princess meets Brandy in her Jale store, and she tells her pretty much that Jason Lee has a sex tape. So with the sex tape, what does she do? Well, Princess is saying to Brandy, Jason Lee don't mess with you like that, so he ain't really gonna give it to us. And Brandy's like, you know what? That stuff is last year. I'm gonna make sure I do whatever I gotta do to get this tape from Jason. So they the next scene is Masika her sob story about him not showing up again and again and again, and how, well, I ain't gonna say it's a sob story, but she's crying about how he didn't show up for her child and how she has to protect her child from this. Uh, my opinion personally, it's too early. Like, it's too early. I understand because she's heartbroken. It's her first child, so I understand where she's getting it from. But to say she's protecting her child from him, it's too early to say that because she. I mean, honestly, the baby don't remember nothing as a baby. Now, they do get to a point around one-ish or some months in where they start recognizing people and all that stuff. And that's something totally different as well. But to say popping in and out of her life and he not showing up and he not wanting to see her and all this stuff, I mean, I would not cry over that. That's my cue to say, okay, well, to me, that's you allowing another man to raise your child, because I would just move on. Not saying like I'm just gonna jump from man to man, but to me, I'm just like, I'm not gonna allow this man to, make me cry and feel like he the only man I can have in my life because we got this daughter together. So if I'm gonna be a real person about it, I'm gonna have a man in my life at some point that I'm serious with, who can, if push comes to shove, he'll be her father. I mean, it's plenty of great men out there who accept other people's children, like my brother did. He's adopting his he got married in December, and he's adopting his what do you call it? It's not stepson, is it? Is it? I guess it's a stepson. I don't know. Yeah. So he's adopting his stepson to where they'll, he'll actually be his father and all that stuff. So it's plenty of good men who will, take it on. I just feel like it's really early. I think she's just like having a lot of emotions right now because it's so early, and she feels like it's gonna like play a toll like later on, and they just have to really give it time for the co-parenting to pick up and take off and all that good stuff. So uh, that's the end of that. I'm really not talking about that no more because I really so Masika, not Masika, Brandy, Princess, and Jason Lee meet up to eat. Brandy's eating. She has this gift for Jason. He gets there. They shake hands. He's saying, "As long as you don't throw no drink on me, I'm good." Brandy gives him these shades. She's saying how she don't buy any man gifts except her husband, and so it's a big deal that she's buying Jason gifts or whatever. And Jason's pretty much like, I don't see a reason to give you this sex tape of Moniece. So, you're going to have to really make it worth my while. He pretty much says, look, it's this movie I really like, and it's something you can do for me. Like, it's only you can do it. So she's like, well, he like, it's this part where it's his wedding. This woman is like, he was like, remember when the bride came in and she was like, I'll do whatever you like. And then he was like, bark like a dog. And so Brandon's like, okay, I see what he getting at. Chihuahua, bark like a dog. Okay. So she gets up and she turns around and she does the little earth and the barking and stuff, and it was like that was funny. That was funny to me. I mean, like, but it was like the seriousness on her face is what really just had me just rolling because I'm just like, she is. Ain't no way. Ain't no tape in the world worth me getting on camera acting the fool. But then again, she do jump on cars, so I guess that's just Brandy. So uh, let's see. It's a scene of Masika and Moniece talking about how she's disappointed. Then we go to the best scene of the show, which is where A1 and Lyrica's barbecue is in the park, I guess, because at some point I see like white people walking in the background. I seen they couldn't be part of them, but then I started realizing this is like a big open area. It's not like at their house they having a picnic or whatever they barbecue. They having a barbecue at a park, and I like honestly I've never been to one. Like whenever I go to a barbecue, it's at somebody's house, but then again I am from Texas, so maybe that's why. But that just it was odd to me. So anyway, A1 said how he's gonna check Lyrica Senior because pretty much she can't extort money from them by asking them to pay for her liposuction. That's what he said. So, so, um, pretty much, Safari sees Tiara. He's like slick flirting with Tiara, talking about her eyes reflecting in the sunlight. And Tiara like, nah, we good. Like, I don't want him to have any thoughts that we could ever be together since him and Nikki on ice right now. So I'm like, that's good. That's cool. Tiara's, and she knows she on camera, so she know ain't no way on earth. Plus she know who Safari is. So anyway, they sit down, and so I guess they must have been having a conversation with Pam, A1, Tiara, Safari, and Lyrica Jr. because at some point Safari says, well, who cooked this food? And Lyrica Jr. says, well, believe it or not, I can cook and I give good blank, which I knew what the blank was. But for her, like, I heard them say, Pam heard it or whatever. She's like, yeah, I heard it. So I'm guessing they was already talking about, like, Safari was probably saying if a woman can cook, she probably can't give good blank. Or if she give good blank, she probably can't cook. And that's probably why Lyrica said, believe it or not, I can do both. So I'm guessing that's where that came from. So then Lyrica Senior shows up, and she, I guess, she's happy and everything. And so I think Tiara mentions like how good she looks, so she gets up and does a spin, and she's like, saying how she was thanking Tiara and saying how thank you, I do look good, whatever, whatever. And Safari's like, oh, we like he liking what he said. He just come off like just. I'm not gonna use the word everybody else uses, but he comes off as very desperate, like or extra. If it's not extra, it's definitely desperate. So, but I like Safari's character. He is funny to me or whatever. Especially like the whole time this barbecue was going on, his facial expressions were exactly what was going on with me at the same. I was having the same reaction when I was watching it. So pretty much, Lyrica Senior said she looked ageless when Tiara was giving her the compliment. I was just thinking, like, didn't you have plastic surgery? Like, maybe did it? I mean, because she said that people say her and Lyrica Junior look like sisters, and I was thinking it's because they went to the same plastic surgeon. That's what I was thinking, but I could be wrong. I just thought that's what it was, and it was like common knowledge. But anyway, A1 was trying to talk to Lyrica Senior, and he was trying to make a little announcement saying, Mom, thank you for approving of our marriage and all this good stuff. And then he was like, in Lyrica Senior, I see that you're approving, but and Lyrica Senior said, well, I'm not really trying to say that I approve or anything like that. I just really felt like you could have just apologized and said, if I hurt you in any way, it was not my intention to do so. But, we are married. We did want to do it this way, which that part I got because she seemed sincere when she said it. Like, I understand what she said. Like, we didn't intend to hurt you when we did this, but if we did, then we apologized. And that's not even a real apology, to be honest, because apologizing for, like, you're not apologizing for getting married without her being there. You apologizing for if she was offended or if she was hurt. So that's not even a real apology. That's the apologies you get on Real Housewives of Atlanta all the time. So a real man would have gave it to her and been like, cool, if that's how it took for you, you to get over us eloping, cool. But at the same time, it's VH1. They got to have a storyline, so it gets good. So pretty much, why she's saying this, A1 is like, nope, I already got this. I know what I'm finna say. Now, but what I will tell you is we're not gonna be paying for your lipo. Ain't no way you gonna, we don't care about you liking us getting married. We married now, ain't nothing you can do about it. But since we're not gonna pay for this lipo, I will give you this though. And then he takes out this waist trainer and slams it on the table. So Lyrica, no, first Tiara gets mad because she's like, no, you did not get her no waist training, because not only are you telling a woman she's fat, but you're also telling her you have a problem with her being fat. So then Lyrica Senior says, don't give it to me, give it to your fat A mama. So then stuff really gets heated because Pam, Pam A1's mom is like, oh no, this B did she didn't. She said, F you. F you. Like, I love Pam voice. Like, Pam sing, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna save it. Pam, her voice, I love her voice. Like, she got that authoritative voice. Like, like she a truck driver. You don't play with Pam. So all of a sudden, like, Lyrica Senior and Pam get into it. It took me to this scene. Y'all remember them grandmas who was fighting at the hospital? I'm gonna put the link. In the info, in the bio or whatever, this video. But remember on Lifetime or TLC, it was like the show was called One Born Every Minute or One Born Every Day or something like that. And it was these two grandmas fighting, and then like the girl's mom who had the baby, she was like, I don't know, like I don't know the pretty much the girl's mama went to the hallway. She saw the other grandmama, and they was both just talking back and forth. The other grandmama slapped the earpiece out of the maternal grandmama's ear, and then they started wrestling and stuff. Just watch the video. Like, I was dying laughing because what she said after she got beat up was, now they in the hospital. Like, just watch it. Watch the video so you can see what she say while they at the hospital. But I seriously thought of this when I saw Lyrica Senior and Lyrica Junior. I mean, Lyrica Senior and Pam like going at it when she threw that paper plate at Pam. I was thinking like, Lyrica Senior, you better be ready, because I think you're gonna be the one on the ground in the grandmama fighting video. Because Pam, that boy, F you, that boy, shoot, Pam ain't playing. So let's see. I think at that point when they got the fighting, pretty much Lyrica Jr. was pretty mad with A1 because he was like, how you gonna disrespect my mom and bring her a waist train? That's some messed up stuff. So Lyrica Senior says, well, he's an a-hole. A1 comes back and say, I heard you call me an a-hole. You an a-hole. So after that, Lyrica Senior was pretty upset with A1. Like, you don't disrespect my mama like that. I really don't care. And I'm with her on that. You don't disrespect nobody mama. It don't matter who, like, that ain't your place. If somebody gonna check my mama, it's gonna be me. If somebody gonna check your mama, it should be you. We shouldn't have to go back and forth with this. And then like he egging her on and stuff. That's disrespectful. And then on top of that, that's a man to a woman. Like he jumping up like Mr. Get Bad, like he gonna fight her mama and stuff. That ain't cool. And the fact that he already got the upper hand and he's already married to her daughter, he's gonna keep throwing it in her face knowing it hurts her, and that's pretty messed up. It's like her feelings don't matter at all. And it's one thing to just be like, look, she messed up our party. That's one thing. I'm upset about that. But it's another thing to say, you know what, F your mama. I'm going to keep on tormenting her with the fact that I won for the rest of our marriage. So Lyrica Senior was like, you know what? Since she saw how mad Lyrica Jr. was, she was like, you know what? You can get her annulment since he going to treat your mama like this. And so A1 has the nerve to say, I can't believe that Lyrica Senior is so, I don't know if it was jealous. I think it was jealous. I can't believe that she's so jealous of her daughter that she would, what did she say? That she would try to end our marriage because she know that her daughter would never ever, it was pretty much like her daughter would never ever, would be alone for the rest of her life, as if she couldn't find another man after A1. That right there, I ain't like that. Like, I can't stand A1 at this point. I see why he wear them pearls and get his fingernails painted, because he act like a chick. And I don't even want to say, because most chicks don't even act like this. That's some messed up. So I don't like the way A1 act. And I see why Lyrica Senior can't stand him, because I can't either. But anyway, that's this long, for no reason recap of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Hope y'all like it. I'll see y'all back. I need to do Basketball Wives and How to Get Away with Murder, because I just watched it and I have a new prediction for who's in that house dead to the bed. So see y'all later. Bye.